Landas mo laban sa lakad ng mundo, landas na sa aking nais mo. Nais mo. Sa iyong mga yapak, ako ay tatahak. Kahit itim ng luhang nilakaran mong landas, masakit man at dusa, dulot ng mundo'y kamta. Bawat bakas ng iyong mga yapak, bawat hakbang mo'y aking susundan. Sa iyong mga yapak, ako ay tatahak. Kahit itim ng luhang nilakaran mong landas, masakit man at dusa, dulot ng mundo'y kamta. Bawat bakas ng iyong mga yapak, bawat hakbang mo'y aking susundan. Aking susundan.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Yan. I hope everyone is settled. Good evening, my fellow alumni engineers. First of all, I would like to welcome the alumni engineers from Diliman. All right. Also, I think we have alumni engineers here from the UP Los Baños campus. Diba? Right. Alam nyo, mahirap mag-welcome ng mga taga-UP talaga kasi I think they're everywhere, every country. I think pati sa bundok may mga taga-UP. Di ba? So, I'd like to start with those from also the UP alumni engineers from overseas. Do we have alumni engineers from overseas who are here today? Do we have them? All right. Welcome. And of course, we would like to welcome our jubilarians from Batch 83. Batch 83! Tumayo po tayong lahat, Batch 83. Yeah, palakpakan po natin, Batch 83. And of course, our welcome will not be complete without acknowledging our dignitaries. First of all, we are very blessed and honored to have our President of the University of the Philippines, Attorney Angelo Gigil Jimenez. Welcome. Welcome, Bay. Also, we have Engineer Ferdinand De Sus Pecson, Vice President for Development of UP. Also, we have the Honorable Robert Lester Aranton, UP Alumni Regent. I have here listed Attorney Ed Vistan, Chancellor of UP Diliman. Wow. Daming boss dito. And Dr. Carl Michael Odulio, Vice Chancellor for Research and Development of UP Diliman. We also have Dr. Rosana Marie Amongo, Dean of the UP College of Engineering in Los Baños. And of course, our very own, our engineering officials headed by Ma'am Dean Maria Antonia Sanchuling. Wow. Nakakatuwa kasi yung mga batchmate ko nandito. Dean na, yung isa presidente. Presidente na UP. But we are all very happy that you all came. And of course, we would like to acknowledge the efforts of the entire UP Alumni Engineers Board for working on this event, headed by our President, President Joey Gomez. Joey. Yan. And of course, our Board of Directors, please stand up. Board of Directors. Yan. Marami. And also, Board of... Alright, so, thank you very much. I think the night is still young and I'm sure you will enjoy what we have here now. We have a full house. We have enough food and drinks. So welcome and enjoy the night. Thank you very much.
The new dance craze. Listen to us. I'm sure you'll be amazed. Big fun to be had by everyone. It's
Hello.
sure they can be
Hello and good evening, everyone. I hope you are all enjoying and full from the sumptuous dinner for tonight. I am so honored to be here hosting. I never imagined that I'll stand here before all of you to be hosting this very prestigious event. I'm so glad to see all of you after 365 days. Oh my. After 1 year. So here we are. I would like to greet our fellow engineers, our 76th founding anniversary homecoming.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to the UPAE 76th founding anniversary. You know, I didn't know I was going to co-host until like 20 minutes ago. 16.
Hi, Rami.
It's such an honor to be co-hosting with you and one of the loveliest women in the UP College of Engineering.
Yes, women power.
Before we proceed further, let us thank and acknowledge the presence of the orgs of the college, orgs and department of the College of Engineering. Of course, we would like to acknowledge also the different organizations and fraternities from the College of Engineering.
That's right. Organizations help mold us, develop our skills, and keep us in touch with the college and our alma mater. And for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you my co-host for tonight. Ngayon lang mangyayari to kasi for the longest time, it's been a male engineer and a lovely MC. So ngayon, tayo naman. Ladies from the College of Engineering, eto na, my co-host for tonight, the handsome Mr. Andrew Wolf.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Engineer Christine. It's wonderful to be with you this evening. Good evening, everyone, engineers. Especially the ladies, even though they're usually outnumbered dito sa mga event na to, diba?
Yes, we are, but
But
you know,
a special good evening to the
women
ladies this
power.
evening.
Even though we are so few, but here we are. I'm here on stage, and please
Breaking gender boundaries and
don't-
stereotypes.
Yeah, so I have a request for tonight.
You do?
Please don't call me engineer here. Parang magtatayo tayo ng building eh, no? Just call me Christine for tonight.
Christine, darling, or
Yes.
your husband's there. He'll
I
slap
know,
me.
I know.
Just Christine. Okay, Christine, thank you so much.
Thank you. And happy to have him for tonight, our very own UP President, Mr. Angelo Gigil Jimenez. A round of applause, everyone.
Mayong gabi. Mayong gabi. I was just at the alumni, and I am a jubilarian of the UP College of Law last night. And I came here with a little bit of trepidation because we are going to participate in the great UP Diliman UP run tomorrow, starting at 4:30. And I am supposed to do the inspirational remarks before you set off those runners on their way. And I'm going to run myself. And I know coming to the College of Engineering, I have to prepare to be acquainted again with my spiritual side. But I have said this time and again, and I am going to say it now. The University of the Philippines College of Engineering is our biggest and most important college in the University of the Philippines. I do not know what they call a group of lawyers, probably a gaggle of lawyers, but when I see engineers grouped together, I see an army marching across the land. Why? Because we know that for any nation to even entertain the notion of progress and development, they need engineers. Everywhere you go, they need engineers to implement anything at all. And I truly believe that. And so I am pleading before this great group to please support our dream or ambitions to produce 100,000 engineers a year in the entire country. Send me the bill. I have asked the internet, I have Engineer Wally, even Glenn here, Glenn Tabios, he was the first person in the world who explained to me the true meaning of transdisciplinary, pero we'll talk about it sometime. Vietnam, I was told by Chairman Popoy of CHED, produced 30,000 engineers. I was not impressed because we produced 50,000 engineers. But according to Sileto Habito, we produced 50,000 engineers and 50% flunked the board. Of course, I'm not talking about the College of Engineering in UP. We only flunk a few. But we do have to improve engineering. And I wanted, and I have asked, and I have begged, and I have cajoled, I have hemmed and hawed with the College of Engineering to give me a plan and send me the bill. We have to produce more engineers. We have to produce quality engineers. But there's one thing that perplex me no end. Why don't we love engineers in these countries? Can you give me an answer? We don't love engineers because a fresh graduate from engineering today is only paid 15,000 a month. Bakit naman ganon? I was a labor attaché for more than a decade, and I used to sign contracts with fresh graduates to Japan, to the Middle East. Bakit ganon? At the College of Law, the celebrating jubilarians donated 6 million to the college. And I told them last night, thank you very much for your generosity to our college, our beloved College of Law. But I'm telling you now, I'm going to the reunion of the College of Engineering of UP tomorrow, where there are more billionaires than you UP from the College of Law of UP. And they give more. Totoo ba yun? Anyway, that's true. Thank you very much, Mr. Consunhi. Thank you very much, my good friend Tito Aliling, among others. Of course, you've been donating that and you've been claiming, of course, amounts, about 30 million ang donate namin na building na yan. Of course, I don't know the real price. You would know. After all, you're the engineers. But, alam niyo po, I invited two from the College of Engineering in the UP administration. The first, of course, is with you here. Kilala niyo na siguro si Boyet Pecson for development. And I wanted to be here because he followed the very famous footpath of Secretary DOST. Boy, sorry, magagalit sa akin si Secretary Boy de la Peña. Yeah, so it's a very storied footstep, and I've been speaking to the Secretary, and I was truly impressed by his passion and belief in the power of engineering to make change. And so I invited Boyet. I have asked my brother, Dan Beckley here, to go search far and wide. It doesn't matter if we know them. It doesn't matter if they're no need for any relations. I don't even require loyalty, personal loyalty. Just somebody who can help us move UP forward. The other thing is, you know, for the Vice President of Legal Affairs in the university, for the Chief Lawyer of the university, I even asked another engineer to put that, to take that spot, of course. So, Engineer Abe Acosta is the Vice President for Legal Affairs. So I hope that he was an engineer before that, and he was one of the early architects of the UP's computerization. So I hope that is laid to rest. But I really wonder, we need to support, and I have asked the College of Engineering, and they have already proposed me concepts like the establishment of the National Institute for Engineers, and Engineer Wally and Dean Tonet, my batchmate, of course, has committed to that, and I am very much committed to that. Of course, they asked me to support as well the laboratories, yung ating earthquake table, yung ating water, and wind tunnel. Sabi ko, sige, may savings tayo. Magkano ba yan? Sabi niya, 400 million. Napaisip ako. Wala bang pera kay Sid Consunhi? Diyan pwede. Napakamahal. Pero babayaran po natin yan. Ang request ko lang naman, let it be available to our students, our researchers, our scientists, our disaster scientists under the Resilience Institute, so we can study impacts of storm surges, earthquakes in our country. It's part of our resilience. But ang request ko rin, isipin nyo yun para din kumita. No? Kasi alam ko yung mga constructors dito, nagpapadala pa ng abroad to test their materials or anything. But I do not dictate the content. Hindi lang po engineers. Alam mo yung recommendation is we need 350 scientists per million to really achieve progress. Right now, we're around 150 to 170 lang. But our goal, and I agreed with the National Innovation Commission, nakausap ko po si former Vice President Gisela Concepcion, ang ambisyon natin is 1,000 scientists per million sa population natin. Because we really need to progress. Hindi na po talaga natin pwedeng i-postpone. Hindi na po talaga natin pwedeng i-blame ang government. We can issue criticism, that's our help. But you know what? 6 out of the 17 presidents of this country came from us. If we include those with honoris causa, 13 of them. The majority of speakers of the House, Senate President came from this university. The majority of... You go to any government office now, there's a policy maker there, there's a chief policy guy, he's probably from UP. You go to the private sector, captains of industry, they're from UP. In fact, the richest individual Filipino today came from the University of the Philippines. If we blame government all the time, two things will happen. When you point to them, chances are they're sitting beside you today. Mga alumni din natin yon. We blame ourselves. Second, we will not be able to maximize the things we can do because the fact is, we simply have to work under daunting challenges, even impossible challenges. And that is good. Kasi kung possible yung challenge, possible, ibigay na natin sa ibang eskwela yung challenge na yun. No? Kung impossible, atin yun. This is the spirit that I would like to imbue our university. We have more than 100 years of existence, and 100 years worth of excuses is there for the books. It's about time that we do something. Let me just end with this little story. I was the graduation speaker in Tawi-Tawi a few months ago, commencement speaker of MSU School of Oceanography and Technology. I went there in Tawi-Tawi, and I noticed that they have the highest power rates in the country. The most remote outpost of the realm has the poorest, has also the highest power rates. Ang mga isda po doon sa afternoon or tinatapon na po kasi walang refrigeration, napakamahal. Kung may refrigerator ka doon, may makipag-date sa'yo. Anyway, parang uso ngayon. Sabi ng kabataan, kung wala ka raw motor, wala namang sasama sa'yo makipag-date. Nakakausap ko sa mga grab drivers. Angkas. Naligo ako doon, hindi bumubula yung aking sabon. So I took the speedboat. I went to Simonol, almost near. I wanted to go to Sitangkay and Sibutu, but abutan na po, nawawalan ng ilaw. And I went there. Hindi mo bubula ang tubig. And I went to this high school there. It's just hollow blocks at saka corrugated iron sheets, 6 rooms, 7 rooms. They're building 2 more. And so, walang kapag-asa ang mga high schools dito to get out of this trap. So on the way back, I asked the president of the Philippine Studies Association, can we do an international conference on the Zulu Zone? You know, the historian Warren described those areas as the Zulu Zone. It's an epicenter of our pre-Hispanic history, even towards the Spanish period. Also, I called up, kasi I happen to be the president pala, no, UP president, of the Philippine Energy Research and Policy Institute, no, ni J. Layog, lawyer yon. Pero may engineers naman doon from UPLB. And I asked Engineer Walid, sana maka-join. Anyway, I appoint the members anyway. So, I called up JJ. I want the Clem Camposano also set up a Zulu Zone, a conference on the Zulu Zone, embracing the currents, kasi it's really current in that area, but it's also the current of history. Second, on the way home, sa Zamboanga Airport, I called JJ, can you devise for me, an idea for mini base load power projects for Tawi-Tawi? And then, of course, I don't know if our friends from the College of Engineering in UPLB and Diliman remembered, I said, can you come out with an idea, hydrological engineers, on how to do mini bulk water project for island communities? So may conference. And then I'm asking Pahinungod to go there to be able to see what we can do for intervention or college, mga high school students nila doon, so that they can pass better colleges or even in UP. Hopefully, we can get somebody there from UP. And then, of course, the College of Medicine, because wala pong doktor sa Simonol. I talked to the only UP alumnus of that very remote island is from the NCPAG. So wala kaming doktor. We have money for a hospital kasi dami ng pera ng BARM ngayon, but no doctors. Kung magkasakit, hindi magaling masyado yung hospital sa Bungaw, we have to go by speedboat to Zamboanga. That's 20 hours speedboat ride. The chance of survival of anyone in an emergency is very, very slim, or at least iffy. No? So why am I saying this, engineers? if we truly want to progress, we have to work at the base so that everyone can move up. And BARM is the poorest region in the country today. And there is something about this poorest region that is happening that has never happened in Philippine history, or at least the history of that region. For the first time in history of that region, there is peace, relative peace. MNLF is practically not the force it was before, and they're part of BARM. BARM is now headed by MILF, and these are revolutionaries trying to convert themselves into bureaucrats, and we're helping them now. And the terrorist group, the Maote Abu Sayyaf group, were crushed during the Marawi massacre. There is a period of relative peace right now. There's a window. But I feel, and I was talking to the young men and women there is hope in their faces, hope for the future. But I know the bloody history of that area. If after 5 years nothing happens, these young men will once again listen to the siren song of violent extremism, which we know fully well. Maybe you here in Manila would have heard about it in the news, but I am from Mindanao, and I feel the crushing blow of Filipinos killing Filipinos for hundreds of years. And if we are to ever entertain any delusion of progress, we have to go south. And that is the reason why UP is making a southern pivot today. Not because I am from the Mindanao, not because I am a member of an indigenous community. I am Dato Mangkalagan of the Manobo of Agusan Valley. Not that. I am sharing this to this group of engineers to help us come out with solutions, not to save our brothers there, but to save ourselves here. Because I cannot have graduates of your college going out of UP being offered 15,000 a month. I used to be labor attaches. Our domestic helpers are offered $400 a month, tax-free, libre board and lodging. And so this is what? Alam niyo po, since our founding in 1908, 1906, kung kasali yung medicine, and even 200 years if we start with the College of Fine Arts, it's been there for almost 200 years now. 200 years, or 100 years na lang. No? Tama na po yung excuse. We have 300,000 alumni. I was just at Stanford University over a week ago. I met one of the best engineers, a tenured professor named Neil Borja ba yun? And meron siyang assistant, he put in his lab, a guy from the College of Engineering, a guy from Cagayan named Gian Ventura. And Neil Borja was studying carbon capture in some rocks. Now, I don't understand engineering. And he said, Gian, magkano nakuha mong suporta natin sa government, kay UP, DOST? 7 million po. And Chato Calderon was there. Chato, magkano bang cost ito? They were computing the cost of that PhD in Stanford University in some of the most advanced engineering education in the whole world is 21 million. Buti na buhay si Gian kasi pinasok siya ni Professor Borja as his lab assistant. And I asked Chato, baka naman pwede, magdagdag pa ako ng engineers, magtulungan yung buong UP community doon sa United States to support more engineers. Because kung papiliin ako at isa lang pipiliin ko, uunahan ko pagbalaan na ng pera ang PhD candidate from the College of Engineering. It is not because, and I will tell this, I don't care if you quote me from the College of Law. Hindi ko pipiliin yung College of Law kung isa lang pipiliin, of course. Unless siguro anak ko yun. Nepotism. No? Nabiro lang, wala pa akong ganap. No? I would really choose that because we are so aware. And so here I am, and there's something I noticed too. You can ignore me, you can ignore Gigil Jimenez. Well, ayan. It's just that I'm so aware of the power and potential of the office I happen to temporarily occupy today. I noticed if I go to Mindanao, wherever I go, that place gets into the news, I notice that there is a light from the heavens following that position, and therefore, by accident, the person temporarily occupying that position. And I am using that light to shed light on darkness and areas that needed to be shown for all of us so that we can be goaded into action. I know that you'll be awarding great engineers today. I know they have done well for themselves, whether in industry, probably made tons of money. I know that some of your awardees today have mentored many great engineers, has pushed engineering knowledge and application in the country and in the world. But at the end of the day, if we are guided even by our self-interest, we would move south. Anyway, andyan si Glenn Tabios at saka si Dean Tonet, no? Taga Malay-Balayan si Glenn eh. Sabi ko, request ko lang specific. We want to make UP Mindanao a full comprehensive university because it's the only one in the entire Mindanao. Merong 5 sa Luzon, merong 3 sa Visayas. Isa lang. I've already spoke to Mayor Pulong already. Baste. Not si Pulong. Duterte. And he's putting up a hospital, and I'm putting up a college of engineering, a college of medicine there. But I want a full-scale, full-spectrum engineering there because that is what is needed. Engineering, medicine. Of course, ang humanities nandun na. Pakitulungan lang po, 100,000 engineers. Quality engineering para papasa lahat. A full comprehensive engineering program in Mindanao. Kung pwede, i-adapt yun na po. Because at the end of the day, if you adapt Mindanao, you are adapting the country. And I don't want to go out, but I'm going to be speaking very specifically kasi tapos na yung mga generalities. No? So I am putting my hopes for my term, and I am going to bet the legacy of my term on this one single point: engineering education. Gusto ko po doon tumaya. Kahit yun na lang po ang achievement ko, kakalimutan ko na yung iba. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay! UP Engineers!
Can we have another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
To our president.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So let's go to the next part. Though her role in the college requires her to be in different places, attend meetings here and outside, go to different engagements, still she found time to be with us tonight and attend this annual event for the alumni engineers.
Go to Christine. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us all give a round of applause to the Dean of the College of Engineering, Dean Maria Antonia Tanchuli.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. First, I'd like to express my heartfelt congratulations to UPAE, the board of UPAE led by the President Joey Gomez, for successfully bringing us all together. It has been a long time since we gathered in this large number, no? So we're so happy to see you again after so long. Although we had also a face-to-face homecoming last year at Wakwak, but maybe because of the distance and we were just opening up, mas konti tayo, no? So it's really good to see all of you, old friends, new acquaintances. So enjoy lang po kayo dyan. Malapit na tayong magsayawan, pero bear with me. I'd like to share with you updates from the college. But before I begin, I'd also like to congratulate the awardees that we will recognize, we will honor tonight, led by the most distinguished alumnus, Dan Abando. CE po siya incidentally. Hindi naman ako biased, pero professor din po ako sa Institute of Civil Engineering. Wala pong bias yun, ha? Promise. So, okay, so just to share with you, may I have the slides, please? Okay. This was the welcome assembly we had for our students. It's the first time to have to meet our students face to face. So even for a lot of students, that was the first, especially those who were in their first year when the pandemic struck. So that was the first time they set foot on campus. That was in February. And President Gigil is there in the center. So that's how we started the year, welcoming our students in a face-to-face event. Next slide, please. Okay, just to update you, especially those who haven't been in touch with the college about the statistics now. We have around 5,700 students, and with 4,500 of them in the undergraduate programs. And we have 250 faculty members offering 35 academic programs, with 12 of them in the undergraduate level. No? The College of Engineering remains to be the biggest unit in the UP system. Next slide, please. So sa infrastructure naman, I think most of us just are familiar with Melchor Hall. That's where we studied. But in recent years, we added more buildings for the different programs. So what remains in the Melchor Hall are geodetic engineering, industrial engineering, and ME, mechanical engineering. Although IEME has its own building also along Magsaysay, but they still need more space, no? Sinasabi ko po din yung needs along the way, baka magka-idea kayo ng mga gusto nyong i-donate. So in the engineering complex are all the other programs, the civil engineering, EEE, M, computer science, and chemical engineering. I think kanina yung some jubilarians had a tour of this complex. So for those of you who are interested to see this part of engineering, you are welcome anytime to visit. Next, please. We had our undergraduate recognition rights. Again, the first time to hold it face-to-face after the pandemic. We held it at the Cuneta Astrodome. There is no hall, there is no theater in the UP campus that can fit the population of our engineering students. So we held it in Cuneta Astrodome. We had 826 graduates, and almost 70% of them with Latin honors. So totoo po yung nababasa nyo. Ang rason po niyan, magaling na kami magturo. Totoo ba? Lahat naman tayo magaling. Iba-iba lang yung grading system siguro. At the graduate school, we also held the recognition rights in this venue, and we were able to graduate 117 masters students and 11 PhD. So we realized that we need to do more work in this aspect. As President Gigil mentioned earlier, we need more PhD degree holders in engineering. Okay, so gumagaling na po ang mga estudyante natin. Next slide, please. It's because of the faculty that we have. So if I can call on the faculty members who are present right now, please stand up to be recognized. They're among your tables. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your service. At una, thank you for being here, and thank you so much for training our students. So this is our the breakdown of our faculty members. We are working on an all PhD faculty in the coming year. So there are 29 of our young faculty members who are pursuing their PhD right now. Next slide, please. Okay, our faculty members are active conducting their research, and some of these research outputs were featured in our Professorial Chair Awards Colloquium held earlier this year in January. And these were the awardees of professorial chairs, which were organized and solicited by the indefatigable Sir Tito Aliga of the UP Engineering Research and Development Foundation. Maraming salamat po. I know many of you are donors to these chairs. So this year, we organized it according to the Sustainable Development Goal themes. So next year, we're going to hold it almost at the same date, at the last week of January, and we invite you to attend that event. Next slide, please. We are fortunate to have the support of many industry partners in the form of internships, scholarships, and research collaboration. We also have scholarships for our students. Although the tuition fee is now free for all state universities, many of our students still need financial support to pay for their living costs. So yun po, no, we are still trying to, we don't want any student left behind, so we'd like to solicit more donations towards this end. Next slide, please. So these are just some of the photos of the donations and collaborations that we have with the industry. Pasensya na po, alam ko marami sa inyo are our partners, hindi namin nasali dito. But so some of these are Apex Mining, MTI, Advanced Test, RASA, one of our awardees, thank you so much, RASA Surveying, JCVA, who refurbished the student lounge in civil engineering, and also from the funds from the donations of our alumni. Next slide, please. More of the photos from donations. This is the high-performance computers. You can also visit that. That is in the NEC. We're preparing it now. It can be used by, we use the time to prepare it so that it can be used by outside those who will request to use it. And the donation from this DMCI Homes, maraming salamat. It's a UTM machine. And the donation from Dr. Mag Albarracin to EEI. Hindi ko na lang po sasabihin yung amount, pero malaki po siya. And then from Fleur Daniel, it's donation to M and EEI. So those again, no, those are just some of the photos. They are not exhaustive, and I just want to show you some of the photos of the events. Next slide, please. And then, specifically, we'd like to acknowledge the support of the UP Alumni Engineers. They have this program called the Study Now, Pay Later. I think President Joey will talk about it more later, but it's a big help for our students who need financial assistance. And then, we'd like to express our gratitude to the Ruby Jubilarians. Palakpakan po natin sila. Wala na po bang ilalakas ang palakpak? Although mamaya magpe-perform naman sila, mas lalakas ang palakpak natin. Anyway, the Ruby Jubilarians, when they celebrated their silver, tama ba? Now they're celebrating their ruby, but ano bang silver? 25, so 15, tama ba? 15 years ago, they started this College of Engineering Fighting Fund, or in short, COEF. Oh, very witty, parang ano talaga, engineering. COEF. It's meant to support our students who are joining competitions and conferences kasi we don't have funds for those. So the latest that they raised funds for is the team who competed in ideas in Taiwan. It's a yearly competition on earthquake engineering. No? So we sent 2 teams and our graduate team got all the special awards on the Structural Design Award, Aesthetic Award, Design Concept Exhibition Award, and Best Presentation. So the way we did it was, so we'd like to thank the Chancellor. Baka magtaka si Chancellor. We also asked money from the Chancellor's office. But what we did was that because there is delay in the release of the funds, so this fund will be used for the students as they prepare for the competition. So when we receive the money from from UP, then we will just replenish. So our intention, we request the succeeding batches of jubilarians. Nasaan ba ang batch 84? Dapat nandito na sila. So we request the succeeding batches so that we can make it sustainable. I hope this is something that each batch of jubilarians will take, no, as a project. So any amount will do because our students really can flourish and can learn a lot by participating in these competitions. Actually, if we really want to win because we haven't won the major prize, because we don't have a shaking table, no? It's not so expensive if we have a small, we're building the big shaking table, pero yung maliit for the competition, murang-mura lang po. Baka may gusto mag-sponsor, next year panalo na tayo, pag may ganyan tayo. I think later the Ruby Jubilarians will talk about it. Okay, next. Okay, so in the immediate, we are going through as part of our quality assurance, not for continuous improvement. We need to have quality assurance, and then we're going through accreditation. Will be evaluated by the Philippine Technology Council, PTC ACBET, and there are 5 academic programs which will be evaluated in the first week of December. Some time ago, I think last week, we requested some of you because we wanted to form the Industry Alumni Advisory Council because we need the formal linkage with you and our industry partners. So we requested you to meet with us at BGC. Maraming salamat po sa nag-participate. So the head of the Diliman Quality Assurance Office is one of our alumna, former Dean Aura Matias. Wala yata siya ngayon. And the head of the Quality Assurance in College of Engineering is Associate Dean Dr. Leslie Diaz. Dr. Diaz, hindi ko kasi makita, masyadong mailiwanag. But anyway, maybe Dr. Diaz will approach you later because we will request some of you to be interviewed by the evaluators. Okay lang po ba yun? Okay lang po ba? So I hope you will make yourselves available for this evaluation. This will be from December 4th to 7th. Okay, and next slide please. Related to this is the reason why we have a survey outside. I hope you were able to get it. Please spare some time, a minute or 2 to fill this out. This will help us a lot in gathering feedback regarding our academic programs. Okay, please help us get accreditation. Okay. At hindi lang po sa accreditation, of course, we need your feedback and we need to be collaborative with all our industry partners. Next slide, please. Okay, I think this is my last slide. So in the pipeline, just to share with you, we're going to offer PhD in Industrial Engineering soon. It has been recently approved in the University Council. It's just awaiting approval from the Board of Regents. So hopefully, in the next academic year, we will have PhD in industrial engineering. Congratulations sa industrial engineering. And ito yung second, palakpak tayo. Second, ito po yung sinabi na ni President Jimenez, we will support constituent units who will establish engineering programs. So we will start with UP Mindanao, and most probably, we're looking at starting with civil engineering and electrical engineering. No? They expressed their willingness to support starting these programs. And also in the pipeline, we need to develop Masters of Engineering in Construction, Engineering, and Management. Masters, ito po in the drawing board also is Masters in Nuclear Science and Engineering. And finally is the last that has been mentioned also by the President. We have this grand vision. No? We want to propose the National Institutes of Engineering. This is what we think is the strategy to ensure that we have really an impact on the entire nation. No? Hindi lang tayo dito sa Diliman. And hopefully, this is the way to get the 100,000 engineers. Tulungan niyo po kami, tayo magtulungan na that we will be able to meet that. So on my last slide is, next slide please. Okay, this year we are celebrating our 113 years. Congratulations to all of us for keeping the spirit of the college and the university alive on to the next 100 years. Have an enjoyable evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dean Tonet, the ever-energetic Dean of our College of Engineering. So for the next part of our program, may we now call our very active president of the UPAE to give his message and president's report. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm of applause to Mr. Joey Gomez.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, mga kamiyembro ng UP Alumni Engineers Association, Inc. Nagagalak ako at nakarating kayo rito. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat din kay Pres Gigil, Dean Tonet, Chancellor Carlo, maraming salamat sa mga faculty na nagsipagdalo, mga organisasyon ng alumni sa bawat departamento, mga fraternities, and other organizations. I prepared a speech basically in English. Otherwise, mabubulol po ako. Magandang gabi ulit. In behalf of the 2023 Board of Trustees of the UP Alumni Engineers Association, Inc., I welcome all of you to the 76th Homecoming Celebrations, aptly themed UP Engineering Rises. The UPAEA Inc. prides itself as having the best engineering minds in the country, as attested to by our President Gigil. Since its inception 75 plus 1 years ago. Rhetorically, I would call it 1 year after COVID. So 1 AC. Your Board of Trustees at the UPAE kicked off this year with a strategic planning session that has brought us forth to focus on critical points that we need to address as a unified community so we may strive and evolve further and better as an organization formed to benefit its memberships, or membership rather. After all, and this is the definition of the engineer, engineers are professionals who invent, design, analyze, build machines, complex systems, structures, gadgets, and materials to fulfill functional objectives and requirements while considering the limitations imposed by practicality, regulation, safety, and cost. As we come out of the tumultuous years of the pandemic, this year presented an opportunity for us to review, redesign, and refocus the objectives of the UPAE to make it more significant and ensure its relevance among its members. It is always all about the membership, after all. With the recent global disruption coming to pass, it is therefore with merit to prepare for any future eventualities that may happen in the future. So it is only right that the UPAE picks up its track of inclusivity, and I repeat, inclusivity, engagement within a united community among its alumni members by declaring our thrust and rallying forth and bannering ourselves with the theme, UP Engineering reconnects, inspires, supports, empowers, sustains. This is the thrust of the UPAE in one after COVID. Thank you. As our organization strives and thrives to play a significant and relevant role in espousing its objectives to its membership and in support of its alma mater, in a highly inclusive manner, we shall focus on these actionable points. Let's focus on the screens on your left and right. Reconnects. So these are the main thrusts of the UPAE as we've planned through our strategic roadmap during our planning session. Reconnects. Increase membership, onboarding that drives inclusivity as its main focal point. With only 3,800 members. Kindly remember that number, okay? 3,800 members, lifetime members rather, on record against almost 30,000 members. Graduates of the UP College of Engineering, and the number of UP Los Baños College of Engineering and Agro-Industrial Technology is nowhere to be found as of this time. No, I've requested for values there. But just look at the glaring membership percentile that we have. 3,800 versus 30,000. This demands special attention. For we are, the UPAE is what its members is all about. 13%. 13%. Only 13%. So much to be desired, but I am proud to say that even during the term of my predecessor, Anton Pascual, we have managed to increase that in unprecedented rates compared to the 3,800. With your attendance and your special attention, there's more to be done. And this is where I now will champion you, our members, to rally on. And like what the Ruby Jubilarians have displayed, and I will take special mention to the Ruby Jubilarians. Please, stand up. You have to take a bow. I am citing this batch, these Jubilarians, for exemplifying what could be desired of every batch in the College of Engineering. They have ultimately made themselves, organized themselves with no push from the UPAE, and instead in their own volition established whatever it was that was supposed to happen way, way back. We owe it to the College of Engineering to where we are now. And these Ruby Jubilarians have exactly showed us the way. You guys, I hope you can infect a whole lot of other batches today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A round of applause, please. So, reconnecting. They reconnected. Inspires. Build out or build up of our united community. I could not stress it too much. United community. Through active participation of the usual active members and enjoining other members to participate in the organization's inclusive thrust by way of engaging the various alumni engineering organizations. The faculty, through the leadership of Deans Maria Antonia Tanchuling of the UPCOE and Dr. Rosana Marie Amongo of the UPLB, SEA, and its Bachelor of Science, Master of Science, and PhD engineering students. So supports is the third letter or word, I would say, anchoring on the Study Now, Pay Later program focus, further development of programs that will reliably increase the performance output of the College of Engineering's graduate throughput must be our key objective. Enhanced support and easy access to these programs are critical, so it may encourage active participation, promotion, and adoption that would ensure its traction towards positive results. I'll come back to that in a little bit. The fourth word, empowers all its members, again, all of its members, to be participative of programs to uplift the UPAE and its ability to assimilate programs that would engage a conducive environment for members to volunteer their time, effort, and other blessings for the benefit of the collective and be one of the prime moving benefactors of the UP Engineering. Excuse me, everybody, I need your full attention, kindly. This is for UPAE. Thank you. Sustains. Programs that has an ambition to yield worthwhile results in line with the UPAE's objective of providing benefits to its membership roster in fulfillment of its primary objectives, so it may enhance its capability to serve its role of supporting the UP engineering community. We have drawn an actionable roadmap that started with revamping the Study Now, Pay Later program last year. In fact, we have set the motion on a number of initiatives that anchors on the SNPL program for us to focus on and work together so we may realize the aspirations of this year's theme on the long term. The Study Now, Pay Later program redevelopment and enhancement resulted in increased utilization of its fund, originally started in 2016. With increased fund utilization, renewed fundraising was required, and this is my report, okay? So you have to listen. We will dovetail with something else later on this topic. With increased fund utilization, renewed fundraising was required with a small group of 70 alumni members. We were able to raise 15.72 million on June 22, 2023. The highlight of this is that on that day, a benefactor, a regular benefactor, Engineer Isidro Consuni, invited me over to pull in 70 alumni members in Manila Golf. He said, create the content I will host. One stroke, and I was not even planning to fundraise on that night. But when people started asking about the SNPL, and I see some of you who attended that night, the component of 7.36 million, if I'm not mistaken, or 7 million plus was raised, and our gracious host stood up and said, I will match it. Thus, thank you to Engineer Sid Consuni, to Mag Albaracin, to Elise and Bing De Leon, and Mar Casillanier, who immediately took out his check and wrote us a hefty sum, almost $1 million. So, if you look at it, only a chosen few, because I didn't have much network to work on, I just called on them, and with the help of the Board of Trustees, we were able to get 70 alumni members. We got 7 million plus SID. Can you imagine if we had half of the 30,000? I know us engineers will do the math. At 15,000 members, how much do you think we can dole out to help the College of Engineering in its thrust to further on the studies of its students who fail by the wayside because they simply do not have the cost of living allowance to support them? Good, that resonated. In order for the SNPL funding to be sustainable and reliant, a request from our major donors or benefactors, a renewed fundraising target, a hairy, scary number, perhaps, maybe not, 200 million over 2 years has been proposed and set. I remind you, we're talking about 200 million in 2 years, whereby interest income, revenue of the fund will be earmarked for SNPL program disbursements, whatever the fund requires on a year-to-year. SNPL professional support expenses to ensure proper fund management. Most of us as engineers, we don't know how to operate a educational fund anyway, so we need professionals to work this out. support UPAE activities relative to efforts leading to enhance our membership. We need a lot of work there. Membership onboarding, purposeful delivery of additional member benefits, and access to fellow members. This is critical. Member access to fellow members. What does this mean? What you would normally get in a Rotary or other well-meaning organizations, we're here in the College of Engineering. Can we not work together to foster whatever it is that you seek out in the other organizations? Of all people, we should be able to reach out across in your respective tables and find out how we can work and move things internally first. Let's help each other achieve a critical point wherein it is almost automatic that when the College of Engineering calls on you, at least you know half of what you have, at the very least, came from the College of Engineering. Now, I'll put it out there, no? The UPAE has always been funded by membership, lifetime membership. That's it. We do our golf tournament, we have this. In my mind, on any organization, the sustainability of any activity or any derivable objective needs to be funded properly, efficiently, optimally. But if you lack funding from the get-go, you're already a lame duck. So now, what is crucial is to focus on reaching out to your network who are also UPAE members. Maybe we should start looking across our tables again and see what can we do. Have that discussion, help each other. On the other hand, we have already reached out to the younger ones. I was actively soliciting the help of the new graduates. And in one discussion I had with Chini Velasquez, our UPAE Leadership Awardee, I asked her, how many lifetime members can you pull in? With her reply surprised me, 200. 200 from a leadership awardee, this year's awardee for UPAE. 200. Can I request each one of you today to pull in 10, please? Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we do that? Please. 10. How many have attended now? 10. I only asked for 10. If you can do 5, I'll take it. If you can do 1, I'll take it. UPAE will be stronger with your help. Please. And I don't even have to beg this of you, but I will. One warm body on board as a lifetime member from each one of you is already going to be a big help. Now, again, moving forward, one of the targets that I wanted to look out for is the development of a technology application platform to serve as online interface for member to access UPAE services, benefits, and all other worthwhile services inclusions. So, in your face, I'll put it in the mobile phone. Now, how do I do that? We raised the 200 million. In the process, if there are benevolent benefactors who are willing and able to finance the application development, then please reach out to the UPAE. This will benefit us in terms of giving access to UPAE services to the upwardly mobile people and, of course, us. We know how to play the apps, okay? And finally, letter E, with the board's approval, we are going forward to review and plan to file application enabling UPAE to issue tax certificates for donations. This is already in the pipeline and is going to be run by the next administration. The second item, engage inclusivity efforts by encouraging representation and participation from all sectors. Now, faculties here, administration here, various engineering alumni organizations. Yeah, it's a little bit one thing. Fraternities, we have always been here. So much so that even the stigma that the UPAE is in fact a committee or probably an organization run by fraternities. I beg to disagree. There's a reason behind that, the stigma. There's really a reason. For the longest time, all fraternities in the College of Engineering would meet once at least every month. They had the access to seeing everybody, reaching out to anybody within the fraternity, and that fostered access. The Alumni Association, on the other hand, after they graduated, or the graduates graduated from their respective disciplines, the bind that holds the organization seemed to be wanting. So whenever the COE would call on for help, it was the natural flow of when it was cascaded, the fraternities would be coordinated and organized. And I want to actually break. It was not a desire of that kind. It is just in view that representation was not there, simply because of what the circumstances are. But I guess today, I think, and I know, and I've talked to all the fraternities and also the alumni associations. I've already reached out to EEE, IE, GE, MET, on my own volition as I was invited to this. And I reached out. And I'm glad people heard, but something much more is desirable as an outcome of that. I hope we can enjoin those attendees right now to probably virally infect their members in the alumni org. But this is what it is. We have to carry the burden, share the burden of what is demanded upon us or to a normal, decent human being who got so much in their lives. Now, doing so, and if I'm asking this of you, I could be very well have been placed on the spotlight as well. As I was going around with the benevolent donors that we have, a simple request: if we are going to raise 200 million, Joey, who's going to man it? You see, you only have 1-year terms as an executive, 2-year on the board of trustees. But who will? If you raise the 200 million, with no valid continuity program in place, who will? And it was a call for me to step up. Engineers, we build stuff. And I said to both Sid and Mags in those different times, who do you think should be there? Nobody but the one who's going to start this thing. So what is the takeaway? I need to oversee the fundraise for 3 more years. So I, instead of relinquishing my presidency and my participation in the UPAE as a board of trustee come next year, has to be for a 3-year term, be the vice chair of the fundraising committee, earmarking the 200 million for 2 years. So then, 3 more years. 2 plus 3, 5. What can I do? The board was looking at me, the benefactors were looking at me. So, would I fail them? Would you fail me? I don't think you're going to fail me, because I stood up and said yes. I will be the vice chair of the Study Now, Pay Later program, trying to raise 200 million for the next 2 years and making sure that the money donated is well kept and doing its promise. And this is because I saw what the SNPL can do. Now, moving ahead, as we celebrate our alumni homecoming this year, I appeal to everyone for their participation as we build our organization's membership roster of lifetime members. So the lifeline support of our target fundraise for 200 million in 2 years is attainable and for the most part ensured. There is no better time to start than now to refocus and realign our efforts towards building our organization further by strengthening its membership and its participation and engagement, so we may enjoy a huge platform of opportunity for each member, its allied ecosystem, its ultimate beneficiaries. Again, my thanks to you all, fellow alumni engineers, for your continued and unwavering support. Onward and upwards as UP Engineering rises to where what it is meant to be for the College of Engineering, UPLB, College of Engineering and Agro-Industrial Technology, the University of the Philippines, and to the Republic of the Philippines. Finally, mabuhay ang UPAE at lahat tayong UPN.